Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. When we left off, we had rerouted our big oil train. And the Western Corridor now extends, it always extended, to Montgomery behind us. And I guess the Eastern Corridor also terminates at Montgomery on this side, which gave me the idea to possibly terminate the Eastern and Western North End to possibly Beaumont. I don't know how we'll do it, but it will kind of work. Where the terminus below Athens would be a spur or branch line instead. I don't know. We'll have to think about that. It would be interesting though. It would make a giant circle technically, but we'd have to have possibly a terminus at Beaumont. Is that our coal train? I think it is, isn't it? Our trucks have been waiting up at our new truck stop. I have changed it. We're going to take a look at that in a bit. Now, before we get going, bit of a surprise from Urban Games. I'm sure most of you've seen it, but if you haven't, the thumbnail, I'm going to put it in the thumbnail title. It's not really going to be news, so you don't have to watch the whole video if you're just here to wonder what on earth Transport Fever Console Edition is all about. That is coming in February 2023. It's going to be available on PS4 and 5, Xbox One and the Xbox Series, I guess X and S. It just says Series, so I would imagine that is both of them. What is that all about? I can't remember if Switch was on there, but yeah, unlikely, maybe, I doubt it. But for the PlayStation, this generation and the previous generation, that you're going to get to play Transport Fever 2, which in turn means an update for us over on PC land. This is still the PC version. So if you've really been wanting to play Transport Fever 2 and you use a console and don't have a PC or one that could run it, then good news, it should run just fine. For us PC users, we get an update in February of next year as well, and it's going to, I think it's going to be a tweak of the rendering engine, which has been very much required. I know some of you believe, and to a certain extent depending on your CPU, that it's CPU bound with the agents, the AI walking around and driving around and whatnot, but a lot of times it isn't. It's the rendering. So I'm actually really excited for that side of it. I might try it on my PS5. I've got a PS4 as well, so I might try it on both just to give you some feedback. I don't know if I can record it, but I'd need some sort of external rendering device, possibly. I don't know how that works. I'll look into it anyway. That was all out of left field, wasn't it? I'm sort of excited for that though, regardless of whether I'm going to play it on my PlayStation or not. Unlikely. It's a big step, isn't it? Putting that out on the consoles, although you can just straight up plug a... It's not like the old days, is it? Where you had to get a special keyboard and mouse. I think you can just plug any old keyboard and mouse in, same as you can a PC. So they've pretty much become a small factor PC, haven't they? Form factor, that is. Small factor. that means something different. But yeah, small form factor PC. Yeah, it's a personal computer. Alright, UI is up, and that is the news out the way. We have a load of trucks on the way. Good timing. That's why there was a little bit of a long intro, as we're waiting for that fuel train we were riding to get round here, so it should be up there somewhere. I don't know where you are. You haven't even dropped off fuel yet, have you? Or is that you? No, you're the stone train going the other way. Yeah, I think he's a long way. Is this him? There you are. This is the one we were riding last time out, at the end of the episode. I do like to do our little cab rides, because I sit down and I watch these cab rides with you when I'm recording. So yeah. What we've got to do, I'm going to pause it right there. What we've got to do is fire up this. Let's go and take a look. There we go. This all works. I know, I've gone ridiculous with these. They don't need to be like this at all. It could just be one platform. I don't know, it's a little bit of scenery, isn't it, in the distance? We will have a track running down here So if we take it by the water a little bit, we might be able to see that in the distance, which would be nice. Even the depot is part of our scenery and functioning. I just coloured in the surrounding areas with some gravel and then put some trees around. But if we bring up the line, you'll see we've now got a Montgomery fuel drayage there. I actually called that, yeah, there we go, Montgomery fuel drayage north. It doesn't fit in there, does it? No. It is called that. This one is called south. It's the southern section. But you just can't see them on there. There you go. South in brackets. Lovely. Right, but if we go up here now, up to the actual place, it looks similar, doesn't it? But I swapped them around. I put the single platform closest to the oil well there. That means our traffic doesn't cross at the entrance to the yard, which is much tidier. I like that. I mean, they wouldn't get in each other's way really, but just for the way it all looks, that is nicer, isn't it? That we don't interact there at the entrance. I mean, we could change that as well, but I'm not going to. We've got a shorter run here. So this is the one that's going to pull most of the weight, I think. Yeah. This one is going to fill the gap. Possibly. I'm not sure on the line rate. It says 75, but it's just started. It's got a frequency of 77 seconds. We're going to struggle, I think, to hit 200, is it? We don't need the full 400 currently. I can't remember what the line rate is. We would have reduced the line rate a little bit, sending it out this way. But what I'm hoping is we increase the profit for reasons, just to have a big number. 214 it's saying. So if we can get around that, a little over would be fine. It doesn't matter overstocking this, as we can expand then. And eventually we're going to, probably soon, we're going to get newer trucks, beefier trucks. It's going to be quite easy for these to keep up with or supply our oil run. It was suggested we do something fancy with this and take it around the houses with a little more going on. But to start with, let's bring up the line again. To start with, I do want to see how it affects our finances. That's Marcus. No, we don't just want Marcus. I would like the line. John Taylor, your corridor. Nothing against Marcus, of course. Just that's not the data I was looking for. This is the one I'm looking for. Currently, we're some years making well over 30 million a year, which is mightily impressive. You can see the red lines here. Our costs are quite low and fairly consistent. But given how long our line is, our blue lines are all over the place a little bit. But way higher than our red lines. I just want to see how that looks later on. If we increase it there, you can see as we gradually grew. And we started making more and more money, which is lovely. Right. So yes, we're going to keep an eye on this and see what the new layout does. It might take a little while to get up to speed. So first things first today, how many should we put on here? 8? I'm going to say 8. We're going to have the same trucks, these fuel tenders here. And 88. No, that's possibly a little too many. So 8 of these, 88, is going to cost us only, what's that, 780,000 nearly. We've got 311 million in the bank. We're going to paint them our lovely mint green, which is the colour of choice down here. Perhaps that's the operator. And you are on the northern side of the station, so you are Montgomery Oil Drayage North. Let's get you on there then. I am a little curious, not sure whether it will fire this up. I think it will. I'm hoping it does. They should fire up to like full production as well. I'm hoping. Yeah, that one's climbing. This should be interesting. This should be interesting. We might have overdone it. It doesn't matter though, does it? We can grow into this. There they go. They're all queuing up, ready for their first lot of oil, if any come. Now, if this does fire up, it'll be interesting to see how it divvies up the oil. We should have the other one off the line now, shouldn't we? This should be closed down. Yeah, that's closed down. It's going to be fired back up again, but it's heading off this way. So far, it's not. It's not bothered. Oh, do you know why, guys? I'm a plonker. You'll see why in a minute. I was going to do this at the start of the video, and I forgot. But if we go in here, I didn't set it to pick up anything. So now we can load our crude, and we can unload. Just unload our crude for now. We might bring something back. Who knows? But there we go. Crude. That should be all we need, and that will possibly fire this up. Now let's hit play. What are you going to do? Are you going to... There we go. Now that was operator error, wasn't it? Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Why do I set myself up to do something in the beginning of the video and not write it down? I do not know. But there was enough signs there to suggest I did something wrong, and that was all it was. It's going to be shipping 5 so far a year. 6, 7. Oh, there we go. It's probably going to divvy these up now, isn't it? What are we doing over here? You're still going up. 273. You'll probably accept the lot. We do have this one far up north, Chesapeake. This one here. Where are you? Yeah, down here. This one here is maxed out, so they're probably going to negotiate their contracts with each other. I think that's how that will work, or we're negotiating with them. No, it won't be us involved. They'll just tell us how much we should be shipping, which might be all of it. 14 is still going up. Consumers. It should be the oil refinery. Yeah, there we go. And now, are you loading? How are you loading? Who is loading? Anybody? No one's loading yet. Oh, there we go. We started to load. Of course, because this is just production firing up, isn't it? We've got to wait until it actually gets placed in the massive yard we've got next to the oil well here, which is marvellous, by the way, if I may say so myself. I mean that as in, you can build this in vanilla now is amazing compared to when it first came out. In fact, if you think back all the way to Train Fever, what you can do now with the vanilla game is pretty impressive, and then you add the mods on top of that. Not sure what's going to happen with the mods and console. That'll be interesting. Although, me having little to no mods in this one, or very slimline version, it does bode well for the console version. It does mean controller support as well. There's a rework in the menu system. Perhaps it'll be a little easier to navigate the UI. But all of that I'm looking forward to. I'm going to keep an eye on it, definitely. I love this. I love the sound. I've heard this many a morning when I used to be a forklift driver. How are we doing? 3 of 8. You're going to slowly get up to speed. Now, our first... Here he comes. Our first delivery. It's going to slow down the train a little bit, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Are you going to come across here? You should need... Yeah, you should wait, shouldn't you? No, you should bypass now. There we go. Our mix service is now bypassing the main line, so no need to wait. It's just going to head up to the... What is it? Is it a goods factory? Nope, machines. Never mind. Right, but you're going to pull in here, which is good because I would like to see the sort of lengths we're working with, how much room we've got. We can extend this a little bit further, perhaps another one. So not the end of the world if we are much too long. I think we've actually got a little bit of room there, haven't we? Have we? I think it's just going to be the caboose at the end. Yeah, oh, it's beautiful. Oh, there you go. I mean, we are longer than the platform, unfortunately, because of the caboose. It doesn't matter, does it? So we could indeed extend this a little bit further if we wanted to make this longer, which is possibly going to be on the cards. I'm not going to do it while we're in here. Is that the first truckload coming in? That was fairly quick. It's going to take him a long time to be filled. By the time he gets filled, we might be swapping him out for a big boy. Look how rusty he is. Oh dear. Well, do you know one thing we could do? I guess these trains deserve it, don't they? Let's take that off and get this set right up. We can afford this. Let's get those nice and shiny. Well, imagine we've sent them back to the depot to have a complete overhaul. There it goes. It's slowly getting better. That's nicer for a start, isn't it? Yeah, it should probably do it to all the wagons as well. Look at you. You're so big. I love that this is at the end. This is just bored in there. Is that port and starboard? No, of course it isn't, grand. Oh dear. I do like these. These cabooses' eyes are brilliant, aren't they? I still don't know the correct plural for that. I just want to say cabooses. Are you getting clean? Manage vehicles. How you doing? Well, you got good now. Why are you still bad? Is it because we're in a station? Oh no, one's newer than the other, is it? I'm not entirely sure now. How? I thought we changed these together. Or does it do the maintenance while it's in the station faster than when it's on the main line? You are Barry 24. Yeah, I think it does, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, that's something I didn't know. So it'll increase the maintenance much, much faster when it's sat in a station. That's kind of cool. If you did want to bring in a train to, say, you just name a station maintenance and you just take it there on a line. Oh, we've got the Zephyr. I remember this from... didn't we have that on my very first Transport Fever 2 series? The Midwest Main Line. We had the Zephyr, didn't we? Yeah. I don't know. We could bring him on, couldn't we? Instead of the train we got there. But distracted completely. What I was saying is you could change its line, couldn't you? You could put it on a maintenance line, send it to a station, get it maintained or repaired very, very quickly, and then send it back. So now for Barry, if we select that, we can just send you back to normal. There we go. 100%. Yeah. Marcus is taking a little bit longer, but Marcus is... I don't know where you are. You are where? Where's that? You're heading to Palmdale. Oh, you're on the way back. You've got 227 fuel. Goodness me. Marcus, stealing all the fuel. Well, actually, you're doing well, because that's a lot of money, isn't it? That much fuel. I mean, we're going to hit a bit of a snag here, or a bit of a bump. But I think afterwards, there we go, we've got more showing up now. I think afterwards, we're going to see quite the money injection. Oh, we've got more showing up here. We've started to make our deliveries. These are a bit long at the moment, but eventually we're going to have some 18-wheelers doing that, I think. Yeah. We'll have ourselves a convoy down here. Will it be a convoy, though? I don't think so. Once the bigger trucks unlock, it's actually surprising how few trucks will get you a decent amount on the old line rate. I just noticed their little lid flips up. The little lids are open. I don't know what that green goo is. Is that our crude? I don't know whether that changes colour depending on what we're carrying. I would imagine not. These guys are not going to be used at the moment. This is brilliant. I never knew the lid flipped up. Oh, that's great. I love that. Who ate that? You did. You're going, are you, next? This is kind of cool, though. They're all waiting patiently. How are we doing here? You're up to 94 now. Yeah, it doesn't matter, does it? Really, it doesn't matter who takes it. The line rates will balance out eventually. What we're doing here. you have priority for whatever reason. That might change. They may shuffle that around a bit. I guess we could add some more on. I did add a few more on here. In fact, I doubled them up on this line. Oh, go on then. Why not? Add another one on. There you go. Go and flip your lid and pick some more fuel up. It's not even full yet. They probably wouldn't ask for more over that way until this one is blue and chock-a-block. But what sort of line rate are we looking at now? Well, it's 102. We only need like 200 and something, don't we? We've messed up the line rate for our... there we go. It's nice. For our oil. We're going to have to flip him. We can't let him sit in here for an eternity because... Where's our other oil train? He's only just coming down there. I might flip him soon. It'll put a bit of a dent in our... that's not the right place. In our fuel production for a couple of journeys. Oh, we're actually doing okay. 152 in there at the moment. I mean, we can sort of get both lines if we only show trucks. There we go. Oh, we're going for 122 plus 103. That's almost the same, isn't it? As yeah, as this 214. Oh, well, it's a bit more, isn't it? That's lovely. So once we've done a couple of runs, I think we flip him. Do we? Do we flip you? I'm tempted. I don't want you sat there for too long. Yes, go. We're going to send him. You're on your way. We'll wait. Because by the time... Who's that? That's Barry, isn't it? Yeah, by the time Barry's about halfway up there... where's Marcus? Where are you? Are you past our old station? You're just approaching the single track tunnel. By the time Marcus gets here, we should have a little bit of... There we go. A little bit of crude on the platform. This has got quite the journey now, hasn't it? We used to only take crude from here down to Chesapeake there, the oil refinery. But what we're actually doing now is taking oil from well, it'll be just counted from this station, but it is going from the furthest south, which is Montgomery West. Well, that would be, yeah, that's west of Montgomery. This is the furthest south as far as crude goes, isn't it? Yeah, you can't get any further south than that for crude. I say I'm going to get the this up and running, but at this rate, where I just enjoy watching it, it's debatable. No, we will. We can do it. We'll just put basic truck stops in there, possibly. I don't know though. Do you like these? Is this something you would do? Or do you just... where's one where I've just plonked down? I don't think I've just plonked them down in this series. I've kind of... Well, that's kind of it, isn't it? That's basic. There you go. Yeah, do you prefer to do that instead? I can't help myself. I honestly can't help myself and I end up doing something like this. Eventually. I love these little trucks. They're really cool. So what's next on the truck list? I'm not entirely sure. We might need to get some truck mods in. This is running quite nice now. And increasing. Up to 112 there. Well, that's creeping up, isn't it? Has this dropped then? I guess we could bring them all up, couldn't we? Right, get you pinned. I mean, I could have just pressed the pin. And then we'll get... Where's the other one? Where are you? Yeah, Clearwater Oil Well. Oh, you've lost a few. That's kind of nice. We are meeting the rate there, but it doesn't really matter. Because if it divvies it up onto any of these two, Palmdale Oil Well and the Montgomery Oil Well, that is more money. And we may be doing something different with this oil well, as we might be taking it up to this refinery near Beaumont. So the Western Corridor is probably going to bypass the Helix. and just go along here and gradually go down, possibly. Beaumont's not that high up. I think we're in kind of a valley up here. So yeah, but there you go. It's balanced it up a little bit. I like that. Lots of bars. We haven't transported anything yet. That's going to take a while before we see anything in that bottom bar. Right, where are you? Where's Marcus? Are you made your way round yet? No, there goes our mixed one. Who are you? You are a coal train. Where's Marcus? Are you made it through the tunnel yet? I think you're on the way, aren't you? Oh, are you passing? Are these our two oil trains, Marcus and Barry? Yeah, you are. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? Is that as far down as I can get? Right, Alt and G. There we go. There we go. There's our money. Lots of it. Lots and lots of money. Oh, they're impressively long now. They're going to get longer. I guarantee it. We're going to go full on with those. If we keep the tracks at 75, regardless of the 99 we can do, because we'll get the potential top speed, even if we limit the trains themselves to 75 via track speed. It'll be more realistic, wouldn't it? I can't think of any or many US freight trains that do 100 miles an hour most of the time. 75 seems a bit high as well, but yeah, I don't know, maybe. You'll have to correct me, guys, if they do exist. Right, let's bring up the UI. 330 million in the bank. How much are you going to be picking up, Barry? Not Barry, Marcus. Barry's already left. And we've got 314 steel on there. Probably going to have to increase these. And since they do half and half, we'll have to make sure we always add 2 flat cars at a time. And we could possibly add some more fuel on there as well. We'll have to do all sorts of shenanigans in the maths department there because, yeah, we've got partial loads and the line rates don't translate directly. How are we doing? I love this. I love this. This turns up with exactly half now, doesn't it? No. Yes, it does. Look at that. 84. It says logs at the moment. That will change to steel once we get there. It always defaults to whatever it last used. And if you're first building it, it will be random, I think, pretty much. But yeah, we're going to fill up the rest of this train, except for the oil tankers there, with steel. Go on. The payments just come out. It's nice that our other trains are polished up a little bit, cleaned up now. Got some of that rust off. There we go, 84, 84. And they are 1-1 up here at the machines factory as far as I can remember. Yeah, we did have a little bit more steel. That's fine. It's always going to be wonky like that. That was at the start, wasn't it? We didn't quite have our wood done correctly, but now it's perfect. They're passing off half a load to each other, the two mixed trains. Our little passenger trains are just doing their stuff, aren't they? Right. We can't dwell on that. Should we get this up and running, we've got to make us a bridge over here, haven't we? And I do think we should go across. And possibly low. There's nothing we want to take there. So it'll be a very low bridge. Is that too low? How low can you go? Well, I mean, you can go pretty much to the point you'll get flooded if the water ever went up above 0 meters, which it doesn't, fortunately. So there's a low bridge. There's something, isn't it? It would be kind of cool. You would see the trucks going over the lower bridge, pretty much similar to how we had it before. Do you know what? Let's do it. Let's just have it low. There's no reason to go up, is there? There's no reason to go down, that's for sure. Well, I guess we could go up a little bit. Could we? Could we just go up a touch? Like that, and then straighten out. There we go. Go flat, and then we go across. Like that. I don't want to put an arch in it. You can use M&N to make it a humpback bridge, but I don't want to do that. So let's change you to the newer type, matching your friend over there. And we'll get you across like that. And how's that look? Take that off. That's pleasant. Is it? There's a bit of a bump there, is there? No, there isn't. Let's bring that up, shall we? A little bit, just there, so we can tidy it up a touch. And then we'll smooth it off once we've got that looking a bit sturdier. There we go. It's not great, but it's better. This is much tidier over here. I don't know where we're having the truck stop here. I guess... What are we doing with that? We're just taking it direct, aren't we? We're taking it from this one and this one over to our oil refinery there. We've got the crossing up here, which we're going to use. So that's just a case of connecting this up now. And we might as well go around the tree line. Yeah, why not? Let's go around the tree line. And then we'll hook up with this road here. It should be beautiful S-bend. There we go. Isn't that nice? And then we've got a bit of a climb up to our refinery here. But it looks like if we follow this up, we should be able to wiggle our way up a little bit. Just so we don't have to go direct with some excessive climb. Let's keep it a little bit realistic. You would kind of wiggle your way up, wouldn't you? I mean, it could make it up there. Which side do we want to take it? Well, I guess technically we want to go as far away as possible from the oil well. If we want to game the game, that's how you make a little bit of extra money. Because I'm pretty sure you get paid station to station. So you can put your station as far away to, what's that, the south? Yeah, as far south as possible from this, and have this as far north as possible. You lose line rate, but it's not the line rate you're really worried about, as that's easy to meet, usually. Yeah, so we might do that. Right, tidy you up a little bit. There we go. Oh, and our wigwags are wigwagging. Oh, that looks good, doesn't it? I like that. I've always enjoyed level crossings. I don't know why. Now, here's the thing. If our trains are waiting up here, are they going to back up over the crossing? They don't. Well, we could put them here to wait to get on the main line. Don't think we'll have a problem, though. No. We're not going to go direct because this road is on a slope. I think it's fairly straight up near the crossing. So what I'd like to do is put that on straight and connect you up there where I know it's fairly flat. It is flat. Look at that. Beautiful. It's not the most efficient. You should go as direct as possible. But I like the look of it, guys. Just as something more with a little bit of realism, perhaps. Would you go direct with a really steep slope? Depends what this ground is made of, doesn't it? In real life. And how much it would cost to get that done. Right, we could do a little bit of terrain work just there. Get it further back away from the road. It doesn't really matter. It's purely for looks. Just so we can... Oh, no. Just so we can smooth that off a little easier. A little neater. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Right, so we should have this as a terminus. I sort of like that. I mean, let's go for something easy, shall we? For this one today. Because it's just a drop-off, isn't it? So you're building this, are you, Gran? That's not what you want. We could just go with a terminus down here that sits alongside the station, perhaps, or the other side. Oh yeah, Shift M and N you can rotate in smaller increments. I'm just trying to line that up a little bit. Is that wonky? It is a bit, isn't it? Is that better? Ooh, it's that, isn't it? Is that better? How's the road? Are you wonky? You're not too bad. It could have been a little tidier, perhaps. But there we go. Here's the gravel I used up the other end, so you can make this look like it's got a path around it or something. There we go. We don't have any buildings on this one, but we're not storing anything. Not for now, anyway. That is wonky, isn't it? That's what. Leave it. Leave it. Just pretend it didn't happen. Right. Down here, what are we doing? Buildings. Not rail buildings, though. Those. And 3. This is going to have to get back onto those, yes. Oh, where have I put that? Don't put it there. Of course there's a collision. That needs to go in curvy? Would curvy be nicer? I mean, it really sucks that this road connection's not very pretty, but it's fine. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. It's not too bad, is it? And then, oh yeah, if we've got to queue, let's go further down like that. And then up, so we've got a bit of queuing space. I don't think we're going to queue, but we can put it in. Not paint. We want terrain tools. More official episode, because I forgot to say it earlier. Earlier throughout the entire episode. I don't think we're going to get it in again today, guys. I've been waffling far too much. But it's close. I think what we should do then is no, let's get it in. Let's get it in. Let's set up the delivery. Do we have a delivery point up here? Of course you don't. You've been slacking. It's not a delivery, is it? Well, it's pickup and delivery. And for 2 different... Oh, guys. For 2 different trucks. I'm just going like this. This is what we're going to do. Which way are we going to come in? We're going to turn around and go out that way. Which is that way round. I want to say it's that way around. We're going to have this massive, because I love it. Get you in like that. It did look like they queued up multiple trucks on a bay, so we could go a bit bigger, right? This is the plan. We're just going full on with this. Let's get the roads in so we know what we're doing. Street access. We're going in that way. No, we're going in both ways. Yes, we're going to have one of them heading and go on that side, one of them heading go on that side, which would be, is that right? Those would be going that way, and those would be going that way. It looks right. So I got two-way road. I like this. Is it excessive? Absolutely. How many of these can we fit in? Oh, it's all wonky. Doesn't matter. Little ones down there. Gatehouses or something. Don't put them there. Okay. We're going to plan this. And we're going to see how it all ends up. And I'll fix anything where it's gone a bit pear-shaped. Right, let's get you with a bit of scenery. We're going to have some trees up here. We're going to build this together. I'm not going to do it before the next episode. We're going to build this one together. Get it all tidy. We'll get it all running next episode because I don't want to rush it. We're going to wait for our oil train. In fact, let's play it. I want to wait for our oil train to get up to speed. Do we want this to change to a city road because it matches all what's going on here? It would give us some trees, which would be kind of nice. We don't want it one way though, Grand. That's not going to work. We want it that one. Upgrade you. There we go. There we go. Yes. That's a Palmdale bus tram station. Did I put... Oh, no. What? I'm a little confused, guys. These are freight, aren't they? They don't look very passenger-y. What on earth is going on there? Why are you calling that a bus tram station? Why? Don't do that. You're scaring me. Well, guys, we're going to find out why that is called a bus tram station. Did I use... I don't see why I would have used the other one. No, I've got that selected. Bus tram station. Excellent. Not what it is. But yes, that's the start. we're going to hook that up. Well, we're going to finish this off and we're going to paint it a little bit. And we're going to get this up and running. And we'll... not the station. This is a disused station now. For now, we might find a use for it later on. But we've got... This is nice. I like this. I like the trees as well. Yeah, we're going to see quite a lot going on as we go by on the trains, aren't we? Oh, yes. Do you know, before we go, where are we going to put our depot? I guess down here would work, wouldn't it? It should be fairly flat, shouldn't it? Just go around there, and you connect in at that point. Gives us another connection over there. We'll get that smoothed out a little bit. Warning, make sure Palmdale bus tram station is connected to a street and has buses, because Transport Fever wants buses and trams. I don't know why we don't have workers, which I love, by the way. That would be really complicated, but I love it. Anyway, this is the only reason I'm doing this road is, oh, you always click on trains, don't you? This is what I want in here. There we go. Just that there, because it's going to all be ready for when we hook this up, and that way we can hook them both up together at the same time, can't we? That can drift off that way. Get that smoothed off a little bit. Doesn't need to be a ridge there. Just want it nice and smooth where we've laid everything down. And we might put some bushes down here. I'll detail it up together because I would like to then play it for a little bit while we wait. Warning, abandoned industry, Chesapeake Forest. I don't know what you want. Anyway, what would we do with that? There is the tools up there, but we're going to make loads of money taking it down. The Eastern Corridor, which still exists, actually ends just there at the moment. We ran out of funding, apparently. Well, it wasn't funding I ran out of, was it? No, I just couldn't control myself and wanted to set up all of this, which was not in the plans. But needed. Definitely needed. I completely forgot that we need to set up everything else to go along with that Eastern Corridor. Phoenix, soon you'll get passengers and everything. What do you reckon, guys? Is our bus tram station, that's actually a freight station, going to be the business? Or is it all set up wrong? We'll get lots of trucks running down there. It's mainly because we're going to have... it's going to be quite busy down here. This one's going to be slow. Quite slow to get down this curve, because this is a nightmare road. Look at that junction. You come flying down there and have to scoot off. Scary stuff. Where is, before we leave, Marcus? Marcus. Goodness me, Marcus. You've eaten all that oil. Look at that. That's marvellous, isn't it? We've really got the production up, haven't we? And the delivery. That is fantastic. Yes, we were, weren't we? We were over. Let's just get the trucks. 140, so we're going to 246. And what about Marcus? Well, we can't look at the John Taylor fuel corridor yet, as far as line rates are concerned, because we're doing a lot of this at the moment. But where is Barry? If Barry has gone back... Oh yeah, he's on the way back. This is perfect. Hopefully Marcus is about ready to go. And then we'll get on board this. We haven't... Yeah, we'll get on board this. Or Marcus. We'll get on board Marcus. Everyone on Marcus. And we'll head back. I think we set him off now. I think that's close enough. What do you reckon? Yes. Alright guys, we are just pulling away onto the John Taylor fuel corridor. We are on the John Taylor fuel corridor. We're heading onto the Western corridor, heading north. There goes our passenger train. And we've got a green light straight away. Look at that. Straight onto the main line. That's rather nice to see. We are going to be following our... what is that up there? Is that a iron train? It's either coal or iron. It'll be interesting to see exactly how much of a hold-up we've got. It's definitely not the mixed service, is it? Because that goes on the third track we added. So yes, I'll sit and watch this with you for a bit. We're going to sit on this, I guess, for a little bit. I don't know where to. I enjoyed that one today. It was more about monitoring this new line and this new setup, making sure we're not going to be waiting around too much. And we did get a little bit done on our new oil delivery, and it was going to be turned into plastics, isn't it? This is the train that's going to be heading up to Montgomery that we're doing. Not this one, no. But we are going to be doing one that's heading up to Montgomery. It's going to be leaving that siding station. And I think we're going to make a decent bit of money. It will be the first steps towards our first train on the Eastern Corridor, which is taking a little bit longer than expected, admittedly, but I'm loving all the building we're doing. It's getting quite scenic. I do like it. It doesn't feel copy and paste, does it? Like we're just plonking stuff down. We've got a little bit of a hold up here. Why is that? Is it another passenger train? It's the passenger train, that's fine. It's only short, it shouldn't take too long. We should get clearance fairly early. I'm confident our signals are quite close together. But yes, there we go. Guys, thank you again for watching, and until next time, take care.